I know, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Waffle House.
How many pizzas do you need for the big game?
2 pizzas, 4, 8, 20. We're making it fresh every day to bring you Houston's best pizza for almost 50 years. Order as many as you need, Houston. We got you covered. Give us a call or order online. The big game is coming. Are you ready?
All right, we're fired up. How about that commercial? All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for the Cougar Afterthoughts. Ryan will be here shortly. We're having a little audio-video problems. It's probably the altitude, but we're going to blame everything on the altitude today. We've got our usual Galen, Mr. Godfather. We got a special guest this time, Deeky Jarreau. We got point guard royalty here. So, I mean, it's the best of the best.
We in the building. How y'all doing?
Great to see you, man. Great to see you.
Nah, I'm glad to be here.
We Cougs survive. I say Cougs survive, and we win by 10, but it was
win is a win.
Exactly. You know, and I was really kind of frustrated at the end of the game. But then I listened to the part of the post-game show with Kelvin, and he said, "Hey, look, we're 6-0 on the road. I'm not even worried about this. We could have done a lot of things better, but we're just going to move on." He said, "I've already put this behind me. I'm not even thinking about it."
Think about Bill already. Yeah, that's how he is, though. That's how he's supposed to be. Can't dwell on that. Yeah, that's how like when I was there, we go to ECU. They beat us by 20. Like we couldn't even get over a hump. So. Like that's how I be with them teams, and especially top 5. Yeah, man, everybody coming.
That's what I wrote is like you're going into. If you judge a team by their record, then you're gonna increase your chances of losing. You know, it's like obviously we're going in there offensively shorthanded with the absence of E-Man, so you got the altitude, you got the team that you're playing against. They're stoked to play you. They're stoked to play a top 5 team. And you got the fans in there. They're stoked to kind of be a part of this event.
Hey, that arena probably ain't been that the whole year.
Yeah. So it's just like they playing with that positive fear. They getting positive energy from their crowd, and they have nothing to lose.
Right.
And on top of that, our guys and even our fans, they think this is an easy game to win.
We're supposed to win this.
It's added pressure, and it's just like these types of games. I said this earlier, like our trainer, I was like, we'll play Colorado today. He was like, well, that should be. He was like, well, yeah, that's probably not going to be easy to win. I was like, at least because those are trap games.
Them
like,
the hardest
games that you lose.
Sure.
It was just like I was so glad we was able to just find a way. And then at the end of the day, I feel like when it comes close games, you got an experienced veteran group. They know how to win. You know, when you got a team that isn't accustomed to winning, they'll find a way to lose. So it's just like I'm just glad that we were able to come out on the winning side today for sure.
Yeah, like Juan and Terrence and LJ, they didn't been in them trenches before. So they kind of already know how to gut out and win.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is J1 Roberts.
Hey, bro, listen, bro. When I really wrote that down. It was like early in the game, we were up, whatever, 14-0. And I guess they had something with their fans to where they wasn't gonna sit down until the first bucket.
Till they scored.
I said, damn, I'm feeling bad for these poor fans. It's been about 7 minutes. They ain't sat. But it's just like once they started finding their feet and getting the foot and getting comfortable, when the game got close, I was like, man, we need to get J1 going because he's a willing passer. Yeah. And once he's in his offensive groove, like it's easy for our team to find an offensive groove as well because he can find so many open people on the perimeter.
Yeah, when he's scoring, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But he already passed the ball and rebound, so you know what I'm saying? Good teammates, good open shots. But when he's scoring that ball, yeah, we tough. Yeah, we tough.
Mm-hmm. All right, before we get too deep into it, let's talk about Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Gene, do you like that Super Bowl? Little Super Bowl commercial there?
Hold on, Dick. You better your microphone hitting your fire gear, bro.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me. Excuse me, my bad.
But that was solid, man. Shout out Star Pizza, good people, better people.
Shout out Star Pizza, man.
Get you a fucking slice, man.
And then so you can get multiple. You can get multiple. Hey, good thing is that we gutted out that W, and there's a lot of time in the day. So if you want to go by there for dinner, stop by, or you can check it out, order it online if you're within their delivery area. Wait.
Hey, my favorite are pepperoni and bacon.
There we go.
So y'all go check that out on me.
Hey, you spell bacon BECON, big.
Hey man, bacon, man, go on me.
Give me some bacon.
Oh, so tonight the first half we started off really well, and then it just kind of died off a little bit, and things just kind of hit a lull. What did y'all see on that let them really back into the game? Was it anything that we were not doing, or do you think it was just an adjustment that they made offensively and defensively?
I'll let you go. I mean, I think that I don't know if it was anything that we weren't doing. It was just like a team, like that team that they have over there. They also have good players as well. So it was just more so just finding your footing and just trial and error. So it was like there was no way we were going to pitch a shutout, especially with that arena that they had and the energy that was in the arena. So it was just like it wasn't really. It was going to happen eventually. I feel like I never thought, even when we were up, I never thought we were about to just pull away because those are like the altitude catches you. And then one thing that I noticed is today we made it was super early subs before the first media time. But it's like they got they subbed Malik in for LJ and they got in Big J in there for JoJo. So it was just like I was just like, damn, that's interesting. But I was like, damn.
But playing teams like that, they already have an advantage. They practice up there in altitude every day, bro. So like going out there, once you catch your first breath, I feel like you'll be all right. But going into that first breath, bro, it's the hardest. And I felt like we got into some foul trouble. Like Wine got into some early foul trouble, and then we went on like a scoreless drought for about 5 minutes. And then Odu, what his name? Hammond?
Yeah, he was going crazy.
He was hitting some crazy shots. Right? Yeah, boy, Hammond was going ham. He was hitting some crazy shots. So I felt like he came up big in some big moments, whereas like we was coming back and then he had hit a bomb. Yeah. So that what I felt like.
It's funny, like people don't realize the difference altitude makes. Like, Dick, I don't know if I'm sure you do, but wait, what were you? I don't know. When we played at BYU, I think, were you here?
Nah, I wasn't there.
Oh, man. I'm talking about I have never gotten – I was in pretty good shape.
Right.
I've never got so tired so fast. Like it was like you like be on the phone, you lose your breath. Like it was just crazy. And like let alone having to guard somebody. So it's like that altitude is a great.
In college, I never played in a place where the altitude was a problem. But this past year, you know, in G League, we were playing in Utah. Boy. And in Mexico.
Mexico for sure. Yeah,
God,
bro.
Yeah. So I kind of I felt for them today, bro. So
it's
you know, I kind of know how they was feeling, man. It's the worst, bro.
Yeah. Well, and you know that does make sense because the issue that I took in the first half defensively was that we just seemed to be a half step late. We seemed to be a half step late on cutoffs. We seemed to be doing a lot more reaching. I mean, J1 had 2 fouls, 25 feet away from the basket, just being a half step late. And so that does make sense of the altitude kind of kicking in, at least until you get kind of your legs about, maybe about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I think though, like games like this, when you show up not with your full, your all able bodies, it does allow other people to get opportunities. Like today, I thought Terrence, we're watching him grow. Like Coach Sampson is running, like clearing, like ISO plays for Terrence, and it's just like I just keep reflecting on that practice that I went to, and they were just like, Terrence, shoot it every time. And
every time you touch it, yeah.
Man, it's just like you never know when that confidence, like when you've been, breeding confidence into a kid, you never know when that's going to show when you may need it. So it's just like having him and his on ball, like his ball handling, he just looks like a confident player.
That little post up step back,
man, and that's what they was like. Auto. It was like, Terrence, don't pass it.
Yeah.
It was like, Mercy, shoot them all. Don't pass shit. Like, or it's gonna be a consequence. And I'm just like, bro,
for sure.
That does wonders for your. It's like, bro, we don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
you don't got nothing to worry about, bro.
Exactly, bro. It's like, bro, when he's gonna be a difference maker. He has great positional size, and I'm happy. Like, I'm happy with his development, and he's gonna be. He kind of reminds me of Dot for some reason. I don't know, just because they look alike, but it's like Damian Dotson, but it's just like he just kind of remind me of Dot, and I'm just really excited for what's ahead of Terrence for sure. I sound like an old head. Jesus.
And I just felt to see us hold it down without E-Man, without top scores, that that should give everybody a lot of hope as well. To know, we have a great team. We're gonna play defense regardless.
The shit wasn't pretty, but
Yeah. Win is a win, man.
Absolutely. And TA was you talk about growth. I mean, you see it within the game, and that's what has you excited about the ceiling of Arsenault and what he can do for this team, because in the first half he was 1 of 4 and he was shooting everything falling away. He was just kind of playing a catch and shoot, a passive game. In the second half, he didn't do that. He just got to the rack.
Yeah.
And he put it on the floor and changed. I mean, he created the spark to help us pull away in the second half, because he decided he was going to take it upon himself to get inside. And when that happens, we've talked about a lot. Once you start penetrating there, then all of a sudden defense got to collapse on you, and then J1's open. Gives J1 more space down there in the paint. And then, the game changes. Instead of in the first half, I thought we were settling a lot for just kind of shooting jumpers. Guys were catching the ball going away from the rim instead of going to it, not getting a lot of movement off ball. But when TA really kind of took it upon himself to assert himself, he's a different beast, because he can get in. He's one of those guys that we need that can get inside whenever he wants.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him use that more.
Yeah. But it's like also, you said he was 1 for 4 or whatever, but it's like the bottom line is he kept shooting.
Oh, yeah.
You're able to do that. Like, that's what I'm saying is, like, with E-Man being gone, like, you're able to kind of play through your mistakes more. Mm-hmm. And there's you get this advantage of being able to settle into a game. And a lot of times, like, with certain guys, you get into a game, it's like immediate production is expected, and it's like if you miss your first few shots, you're like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna just kind of dial back on the aggressiveness now. But it's like when you're a guy short, you can still maintain that same mentality because like shit, who are they gonna put in?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the second half, he was 4 for 5.
You got to do that. Like this is what you have to do.
Yeah, like for real, bro. And that's just like, bro, people don't understand like the mental aspect of basketball, and it's like it's so much, it's so beyond of what you think it actually is, because it's like the mental aspect is by far,
especially if you somebody who care about it so much.
Exactly, bro.
Right?
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
like,
you know, bro.
I know.
Well, I mean, you guys are perfect. You guys are perfect examples of that. I mean, you played it at the highest level here, and you were the best while you were here. You were the best in the region, and then you go to pro, and then you're playing against guys just like you, and you know that each one of your skill set, it's not a whole lot different. But what differentiates the players is how they can do it mentally, and how they can prepare, and then how they can stay focused, and then how you don't get rattled. You just don't get rattled. You can go for 14, and then you still believe you're going to come back, and you're going to
gotta hit the next 5. Yeah,
exactly.
You got to think out there.
We got hold on. We got some people that's been actually watching this shit. Winnie, you start these comments, Barrett?
Do what?
Did you start these comments, or was that Ryan?
No, I've been starting them to go back to them.
Okay. Ryan,
I'm trying to keep up with it. Ryan, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you too.
Hey, we can hear you. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hello.
I thought you said you had a commercial queued up, ready to go.
I do, but we're not ready for that.
Okay.
What we got?
Hello. You get that burp sound again.
Yeah.
What up, my man? How you doing?
I'm great, but my shadows suck shit.
Sucking shit.
Well, let's go to some comments while Ryan gets settled in. Let's see here. Winning ugly is better than losing pretty.
100%.
Yes. I would take 35 to 40 of those per year, as opposed to 10 losses that were really, really pretty.
You know why, Towns? Because at the end of the year, whether you beat a team by 30 or you beat a team by 1, it counts for 1 win. Don't matter. And at the end of the day, like my man Coach Q said, dog, find a way to win. That's it. That's all we worry. We're pretty or ugly. Find a way to fucking.
We're at the level that, you know what, we don't remember close wins. We don't remember blowout wins. But you know what you do remember? Getting your ass beat.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody
gonna remember that one. Every time.
They're gonna ask us, hey, what happened to ECU that one time?
Hey, I still hear about that bill a lot. Final Four, like, bro, we made it to the Final Four, bro. I never watched that game, bro. Like, I never watched that game.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna watch that till I'm old with my kids, bro. I'm straight.
No, that altitude.
I was worried. Altitude, absolutely, it's part of it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about the comment under that, Brad. And I'm gonna follow. What you think about? What do you think about? And granted, you don't gotta be politically correct. What do you think about us being a top 5 team in the nation? And we've been ranked for however many, damn near for the past 2 years consecutively.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the inability for us to have a real sold out crowd, like ass cheeks in every seat?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what they're waiting on, bro. Like, I feel like the last, bro, since we was there, we've been top 10, but them dudes the last 3 years, them dudes been top 3, like, and I don't know, bro. Like, we in Houston, like it's after everybody get off work. It's a great experience in there, especially now in the Big 12. It's not like we playing News and who else we used to have in that Tulane.
Yeah,
them dudes playing some smoke. So I feel like that's what we need, and I felt like we've been having like the best record at home for a minute without it being sold out. So imagine it really being like a real sold out crowd. Like I don't know, bro. I don't know. I guess I don't know what they waiting on. Next year we got about 3 5-stars coming in. Maybe they waiting on that. But we're gonna get it either way, bro. It's all good.
Like my man Coach Sampson said, man, familiarity breeds contempt. You get comfortable, you still be like, son, you forget where you come from.
Hey, man.
And see, that's
like
I had dude close to my head all day.
Like Dick, I don't know. You probably remember this. This was my junior year, so that was the first time we ever were ranked. And it's like I said this a couple shows ago, but it's like just seeing that little ass number right next to your name, that 25,
crazy.
That's like, bro, we ranked in the country,
man,
like
crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
And it's like to feel like you put in the work to be a top 25 team in the nation, especially and with teams like us, when we were first started to ascend, we had to do it on the back end of the year. So that means we had to go hella games without losing.
Right.
And everybody in front of you had to lose. So you feel like
dudes starting off ranked.
Yeah, exactly. So you feel like the work that you put in order to achieve that, and then you go to you have a home game, and it's like the support doesn't reflect the amount of work that you put in. And it's just like a knife, and just twist it. Why don't you? It's just right there in your chest, man. That shit hurts. That shit.
Yeah.
Hurts.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the thing that I personally do every year, and I do it all throughout the year, is never ever forget those things. See, I was around with when your dad was here, Galen. I've seen some really, really, really bad basketball in my day here at U of H. No offense to Pops Robinson. But I've been around, since then, with some good, a lot of good players, but I've seen some bad basketball.
Some bad ball.
And, I don't forget those days of coming in and watching and being, one of 100 people in the stadium. I remember y'all's losing streak whenever you got here. Y'all lost 5, 6 in a row.
Me, I think it was probably like 3 or 4.
I mean, I remember those days when we were excited to play top 5 teams, when we were excited to play against other good teams. I remember being ranked for the first time. I remember being top 10 and then finally getting to be number 1. And now we're at the point where we go into the season and we're bitching and complaining because we're not ranked number 1. And then you look out and the support is not. We all understand that we are a late arriving crowd, but eventually they get there.
Yeah.
It's just traffic is what it is. It's an LA crowd. Yeah. That's understandable. But whenever you come in and there's empty seats coming into the second half, that's a different scenario. And that's
I'll never forget playing LSU when they had Ben Simmons, and that was the biggest crowd since decades before. And I remember we won that game. And we was like, yeah, we about to start getting some people coming next game. Shitty. We like, damn. Like,
super cheese.
Like, man, it was, boy.
Yeah, that's cheese, bro.
Real pain, bro. Real pain.
That's cheese.
Real pain.
Unfortunately, man, that seems to be an H-Town thing. It's the pro teams here deal with the same stuff. We got to go Cougs. Ain't nothing usual about Galen. He's just here all the time, and we appreciate that all the time. He's just dedicated like that.
Big G, man.
Was sweating like yes, I was too. I think everybody was concerned, and I think it was more of an apprehension of we're going to pull this out, but when are we going to drop the hammer?
Yeah.
You know, it's you don't as much
It's
as
so
you.
funny. My bad.
No, as much as you know that these guys are going to compete too, and they're going to give you everything. You got that target on your back. You just know that you're better than this team, and you know you're not playing as well as you should. And so, at some point, it's got to come together, right?
Ryan?
Am I
Ryan.
allowed to talk?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been waiting on you, brother.
Okay. Hello. I went and did the press conference with Kelvin. Just wanted to hear about LJ's injury, which I'm sure y'all have talked a lot about.
We haven't even touched on it.
So
We're talking about the
LJ,
good things.
yeah, LJ has a serious knuckle injury, is what Kelvin told ESPN. So we asked for more information, and Kelvin was like, I don't know the problem is. Okay, thanks, Kelvin.
A knuckle injury.
Yeah. But he got it dinged, I think, in the Texas Tech game, and he was holding it, and it popped up a little bit Tuesday, whatever day they played Oklahoma State. Was that Wednesday? Tuesday? And then he grabbed it tonight, and he ended up on the floor. I believe it was the shot clock violation.
Yeah. You're right.
And he was on the floor by himself for 30 seconds, and nobody saw it because everybody was focused on Milos with the shot clock violation, which it just was bizarre. He was closest to me, and I mean, that's all you could see is him on the floor. But he did not have any information for us, which is to be expected. That's just what's going to happen with Kelvin. But he did. He was asked about JoJo and his effort in not scoring. And I don't know what just happened, but Deeky just came back. Now we got him twice. I don't know what that.
He's trying to get on a more stationary.
Okay, I think
I'm good.
Remove this one, and that one will be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was asked about JoJo, and he was like, JoJo does exactly what we would want a big to do. We're not asking a big to go score 30 points. And I show you this mainly because Juwan caught some in this answer.
6 offensive rebounds, and what kind of impacts did that have, and to have that without scoring?
Yeah, I mean, he's doing what every big kid we've ever had did. We've never had a big that wasn't a good offensive rebounder. That's part of our formula. We don't have to go back and restat the game because 6 seems very low for him. Because a controlled tip is an offensive rebound. He had 3 or 4 in one possession, seems like. But one had none. So JoJo had to make up for Juan's inability. But Juan came alive late.
Just talk a little shit. I'm here for it. What have y'all said? What do y'all got? What have I missed?
All of
Have
it.
we talked? Have we talked about
You missed some ethical.
You missed Star Pizza.
ethical? You making up words now. Have we talked about lost character? I mean,
Nah,
have we talked about that?
We ain't talking about lost character yet.
I think we should at some point. That's just my opinion.
Hey, nah, y'all, we can wait for me.
Okay.
It's all good.
That one substantial really hasn't done much lately, so I'm looking for some different things
Hold on, wait.
out of this.
Hey, I
out of
don't
this
know.
lost
I
That's
don't
how-
know.
That's how Ryan coming.
I got this 5X right here from my man Brad Town.
That's right. That's right, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's how Ryan.
sir.
That's how Ryan
You're just gonna fly on that all the way back to Houston.
Yeah, you're going to send that at some point, right?
Hey, man, carry that on the plane with you. That's your parachute.
Got you, man.
God damn.
5X, baby.
5X.
I ain't go that route yet. I just stopped at
them special requests right there, brother.
Going above and beyond.
One-on-ones, baby.
Oh, hold on. I don't know if y'all saw. I don't know if y'all felt this, but did y'all feel like in the like? Did y'all feel like in the second half the fouls were it would just seem like that one old ref was just calling every single thing, and I forget how much time was left. It was late in the second half where Terrence had got that loose ball foul. He drew a loose ball foul, and they took the camera to coach. And he was like, "You're making every call down there. Like, how you not see this one? And it was right in front of your face." I don't know if y'all think that.
I don't know. I was getting frustrated with the foul calls when we went into the 9 minutes.
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know.
At the end of the day,
sometimes they be beefing with Sam on the cool.
Referees like to stop. They don't like to. It's hard to ref this team, right? And he's not easy to deal with as a coach.
Yeah.
I think he's harder on them than a lot of guys are, and he does not.
Physical,
there's no
man.
filter.
Yeah, you can't call every foul. Most of them don't be worthy. Yeah, like come on.
They were allowing them to be very physical, but it seemed like if we just swipe down and hit an arm hair, it just seemed like a whistle is being blown. I was just like, well, damn. For us to be a consensus top 25 team, we get a shitty whistle.
Yeah, we don't got a big whistle. We don't got a big all-star whistle, man. We don't got an all-star whistle.
I think when you play harder than the other team, you get a better whistle. And I think they played harder than you at a lot of points tonight.
I can see that.
That's my
I can
thought.
see that. Yeah, trying to get an upset, I can see that. Trying to reward them.
The wife is cleaning out my wallet with lost character shirts and this closet full of one substantial tease.
I want to tell you one thing, man.
Hey, man, that's love.
Sound like you married a keeper. That's what it sounds like, brother.
That's a real one, brother.
Galen, that's our boy Mike Pittman that runs Star Pizza.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we trying to flood the streets, Mike.
Yeah.
A collab.
Hey,
lost
man.
character. Yeah, everything that we try to get Galen to do that he won't do, we'll just have you do, Deek. And you'll go make that money. Galen doesn't want to make the money. He's got a problem with it somehow.
That's Oak right there.
Oh man.
So we did our. You saw in the intro that Star Pizza did their own Super Bowl kind of ad, trying to get people to order tomorrow for the game. We decided that we would do our own version. And, Super Bowl ads are expensive. They're like $6 million for 30 seconds. So we did a 1-minute one. And Galen is featured in this a little bit because you've got to have a black guy. And so here is the GoCoogs, the Cats, the one substantial Super Bowl ad.
Let's talk about Star Pizza.
Star Pizza. Star Pizza. Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza. Star Pizza.
It is where you need to go.
Is this backwards or is it? Can y'all see it
No,
right?
it looks great.
Hey,
You spelled it correct and everything.
You good?
Star Pizza.
Star fucking Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Yeah.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
No, that's Star Pizza, buddy.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza?
Star Pizza.
Absolutely.
Star
Ryan,
Pizza.
go ahead.
Star
Pizza.
Pizza.
Houston. Go ahead, Ryan.
Love Star Pizza. Take your ass.
Take your ass
Take
there.
your ass to Star Pizza.
I did
Ass a Star
yesterday.
Pizza guy, I'm sure, Towns.
Star Pizza is always there for you.
You know what? You know what we haven't done is talk about Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Brad, you look like you're wanting to say something. But before you do, Star Pizza.
And I'm going to eat Star Pizza tomorrow.
And tomorrow's the Super Bowl, so you should eat yours too.
I'm shitty. I'm shitty. Time out. What did Towns said? I went to Star Pizza today. I said, I'm sure, Towns. I'm shitty. Damn, my bad, bro.
That was actually
Hey
pretty
man,
good.
you're not telling me anything I don't know.
That was tough.
So anyway, so that's our Star Pizza ad. Mad props
Hey, man, that should
for
get
locking
some
down the
sales.
Star Pizza ad. There you go.
That should get some sales, man.
Yeah, you need to add the 5X
Lord.
picture right next to Towns, right next to Star Pizza. God, that's a big fucking screen is what that would be.
Yeah,
Like a drive-in.
Yeah, I like Ryan, bro. Ryan, you the one.
I'm the one, thank you.
You the one, man.
Kelvin actually threw some at me tonight. I didn't capture it on video, but he was talking about the great players that he played against that Colorado has had. He talked about Chauncey Billups and other guys, and he said Ricardo had this player, this French kid that really couldn't play, Monceau or something, and I was like, you motherfucker. But yeah, I'm getting it. I'll get it from Brad. Anyways, what else do we have? Do we have comments? Do we have anything?
I'm still going through trying to check them.
All right, well, keep them up.
Let's see here. Can't wait for E-Man to be back to increase the spacing and take away some of those second pass threes. Hey,
at some point you just have to. I mean, the one kid made 5 in the second half.
Yeah, Holland.
And they were all 3 steps behind the line. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he hit easy shots.
No, those were E-Man threes. I mean, that's what he does for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like we have a tight rotation of guards, so whenever you're missing the guard, you always feel their absence. And I feel like let's say if we didn't have Terrence, let me not even say. Let's say we didn't have a named Barents, like you would still miss his presence because we have like a thin rotation of guards. So it's just like I feel like whoever is absent, we're gonna miss him in some form or fashion because all of our guards, I feel like they bring something drastically different to the table. But one thing I did want to point out was LJ, one thing that stood out to me is like he just looks more comfortable. Granted, some of the shots that he took were questionable, but he just looks so much more comfortable in the pick and roll, like as a primary ball handler. And I'm sure that's our development, but he just looks so like the game is slowing down for him. I think I might have said that a couple of weeks ago, but it's just like it's just becoming more and more apparent the steps that he's taking to becoming a better player.
Hey man, when you maturing, each game it start to get easier.
Yeah.
And playing for SEP get easier as it go by as well, man.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, for some of us.
Yeah. That second and third year gets a lot easier.
Get way easier than your first, right?
The talented
you start to be able to take what he say in a different way and not take it so personal, and just know that he just really won't win. You see what I'm saying? And he wants you to shine as well, but he want to win, and he want to win pretty in a good way. Not pretty in a good way. Playing the right basketball, because nothing about
Deeky,
UH is pretty.
How long did it take you to get over feeling like taking things personally from him?
I never took nothing personal, honestly. We bumped heads, but it wasn't like in a bad way. It was like I'm just trying to explain to him what I was trying to do, And once I got out of like trying to tell him that,
Yeah.
it just like
He didn't give a fuck.
and I like yeah, right. It was just okay, cool. Like and G helped me a lot with that. You know, when I first got there, like I never shut down or nothing. It just I was just trying to get my point across. And G like, bro, you ain't gonna never win doing that. So once I just was like, okay, coach, fuck it, I was straight. So that's all it was for me.
It's crazy how like even some of my coaches today, it's like they get paid to get their point across. So like sometimes they just feel like they gotta say something just so they feel like they're doing their job. And you kind of just gotta let it go through.
You gotta be like, all right, yeah, right.
Yeah, like okay, fuck it. Like
okay,
yeah, I'm soft,
right.
but I'm still gonna play. Okay.
Yeah, nah, you're good.
Yeah.
I don't take none of that personal, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Long as you do it, and now it's to the point is now it's like once you do it, as long as you do it in a respectful way to me and not try to belittle me, like because at the end of the day now we both grown men. So, you know, it's still a respect thing, but I'm still not taking nothing personal.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. I know you need your job and I want to win, so we good.
Duarte tweeted that LJ is not expected to miss time. I saw he has jammed his knuckles, but doesn't expect to miss time. So that doesn't sound serious, but I'm sure he finds it serious.
Yeah. Long way from your heart, no big deal.
I mean, just be ready to play Monday night. We're good.
Hey, the comments. I never knew they was right here, bro.
Bro, I've been doing this shit for like 2 years, bro. I just
found out.
I just found out
last
I
week.
can see the comments, bro.
Last week.
Like, shit is crazy.
Yo, Bruce.
Galen.
Bruce just said some crazy.
Hold on, wait. Let me try to. Oh, Bruce. Tom's wearing the same.
It's funny because it's true.
Except it's not. I've got 3 black polos, and I've got a charcoal hoodie and a black hoodie.
Yeah, Tom.
I got to keep it consistent.
2.5 2. Now 2.5 2.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bruce funny though.
Yeah. Deeky, what's your assessment of this team's ability to make a deep run? Considering our last Final Four run, what does this team do better or worse than your Final Four squad?
Oh, that's a good one.
That Final Four team had 3 NBA. 4.
For leaguers. I'll just say for our team, like we had some older guys, like some 5th years with me, Justin, Bryce. Being able to take the weight off of the young guys so they could just hoop. As far as the like emotional part, and just trying to stay sane within the whole thing. And, we had some guys that could make some big shots when we needed it. Like, I say, like, T-Mark hit 2 of them. One on my senior night against Memphis from half court, and the tip-in against Rutgers.
That's game.
No, was it Rutgers?
Yeah, I think
the tip-in against Rutgers. So, I'll say that. But I feel like this team, everybody got his own, like, own thing that they do well, and this team, they mesh together well with like playing together, and like they've shown us that they can pull out tough wins at the end of the game. So you just never know. I can't really call it because like college basketball is a crazy thing.
Yeah.
So but with a Coach Sampson as your head coach, you always have a chance. So as long as we play defense, and I feel like we always have a chance, and that's what we're gonna do unless you're gonna die. So
yeah. Also, I feel like an invaluable or an underrated part of that Final Four team was Deke and his experience and how much he had grown as a leader from his first year up until that point, and his ability to not only be a 6'6" and be a PG, but it's like you can get in the paint anytime. You can create for other guys. You're a vocal leader. You're an example. So it's just like when you have that type of experience from your one position, granted, Milo's, I feel like he can be that, but he's not that yet. Where it was like with that team, Deke, you got Deke, he was in his best form. You got Q was Q. You got Marcus coming onto the scene. So it was like you had a great group of guards, a high level group. And you got T-Mar, you got I damn near forgot about that. Like, that team has some motherfucking dudes. Like
you had some dudes you'll forget about.
By far the most talented team of Coach Sampson, by far. So it's just like, and when you mix talent with great coaching and great leadership and great habits, you can get to the Final Four. So it's just like, I do think this team has what they need in order to make that type of run, but that team was special for sure.
I wish Milos would have went there last year and could have played under Maul.
Just so you can see it every day.
I learned from you, Maul learned from me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it could have been sitting down, like really. But he gonna come into it. Sam gonna make you into that. You know, regardless of if you want to or not. So I mean, it's gonna take some time, but he gonna eventually be that. But you know, I feel like this year it just, you know, we just gotta wait to see what happens. You know, cry on fire, man.
Fire on fire.
Well, I think the underappreciated part of that team also is the fact that Deeky, you were a lightning rod for that team. You were the guy to really kickstart that group, but you could also pull them back, and then you were willing to take the heat for that team and let the other guys just ball. You know, the other guys didn't have to worry about being the one to pull everybody together. You're the one that did that, and you got everybody going. Which, you know, when your guys are able to play free, that's when their true talent shines.
For sure.
That's good ass kissing, Brad.
Hey man, I love Galen. I love all the guys that have played here, but hands down, Deeky's my favorite to ever walk through the store.
Hey man, appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Galen, you're in my top 5.
You know what's crazy? I'm secure enough to know that I'm probably the least good of the PGs, but I was the first one. And those guys, you want to leave something in better hands than you left it, and to pass it on to someone who's better. And it's just like, I just feel like we've been able to do that as a program. So it's just like, shit, I'm just happy to be part of it.
Yeah.
That's your legacy. Everyone has gotten better since you, and that's what you want the program to do.
Hey man, G taught me, man. Y'all would never know the meat in that G card. And that's what got us in line, man. That dude told us, you never won.
I'm sorry.
I said you right, bro. From now on, bro, I'm getting in line, bro. It's good, and that's what everybody.
Talking about Deek. I don't even know if I ever told you this, bro. I was talking to Coach Kelly after the season, that Coach Galen, and he was like, "Gee, whenever we did that shit, the entire coaching staff, we were upstairs, and our ears were under the door trying to hear what the fuck y'all was saying." I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Hey, that man told us you never won nothing. You don't know about nothing. I'm like, bro, you know what? You right. Oh, shut up, bro. And that's when it turned around. Man. And that's where it all started at, man.
Good time, man. Good time.
Yeah. So this place is fucking weird. I don't. I don't.
Hey man,
it's so weird that
it kind of look like that. No, not UCF, but
the seats.
What's weird about it?
Well, it's old. It's 50 years old. The wiring, the baskets. They have side baskets in the arena. I haven't seen that in a P5 arena.
Yeah, that looks
ever.
crazy. What's our old arena name was, G?
hop on.
That shit look like half one.
Yeah. Karen Sampson actually said that before the game to me. This place was so bizarre.
It's not dark enough.
This is the person sitting next to me. It was a camera. I had to sit next to the camera, and it was in the corner, and I'd never seen anything like that. Here's something else. Just throwing that out there.
That's hard.
Two dudes having a good time.
Man.
I think that was
Yes, indeed.
Temple, maybe.
Yes, indeed.
Or Memphis, that last year, or Galen's last year.
Deep. Rotate. What's wrong with my camera?
Hey, Galen, I got something
rotate
for
my
you.
camera.
You gotta like when you pull down the settings, bro. You gotta click the little lock button and like click it off. Like I mean, my shit might be too bright.
Oh, that's what they say right there. All right.
Tech savvy. What you about to say, though, Ryan? The tech support.
You know how you have an issue with the cougar tail, right? So one of our subscribers got a new shirt. And see, his head is backwards. So you're looking over his shoulder.
Hey, bro.
Just swinging it.
Hey, that is some sad shit, bro.
I mean, I just...
Because I'm thinking, like, why the fuck is this? Oh, shit. It's backwards. That's sad, bro. That's a terrible shirt. That's a terrible shirt, man.
Not an enjoyer of cougar tail.
Not an enjoyer.
Walking balls.
Holy cow, it's Deeky. Somebody said, who are we rooting for tonight? And fans don't seem to have a uniform opinion. Root for Arizona. Nah, fuck Arizona. U of H fans aren't going to root for Texas Tech. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Why do we give a fuck about them anyway? Focus on this.
Well,
yeah, man, we still number one.
They say Sam says you win. When you win, you can control your own destiny. So focus on winning, and we
don't gotta worry about nobody else.
Yeah,
for sure.
It doesn't. Tech winning gives you a cushion over both, and you have to go to both places. So if you go win both of those road games, you're going to be fine. But that'll be your next 2 weekends, I believe, is you go to Arizona next Saturday and then a week.
I mean, if you're in front, all you got to do is just keep winning. You know, they can't catch you if you don't lose.
I want to say this: if you go 10-0 on the road, nobody's beating you.
We're good.
This is not happening. So
that used to be my favorite games, man. Shutting the crowd up.
Isn't that fun? So good to see Deeky. Once a Coug, always a Coug.
You know that.
You know what I don't get though?
Uh-oh.
Like, whenever people transfer from a school, like let's say like I transferred from, let's say, Shithead University, where the shithead shitters. And it's like, once a shitter, always a shit. It's like, no, you're not always. You're transferring to another school. You're no longer this anymore. You're only where you graduate from. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I hate you leave a school like forever. No, you're not.
You went there. You went there. So, I mean, it's kind of like.
No, but it's like forever? Nah, brother. You about to be forever when you graduate.
Forever.
So, yeah, you're cool. But
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. I love Houston. Everything about Houston. I'm a Cougar for life. But I still share love with the Minutemen, man. I still got love for UMass, man. So I can't really. I don't know. It kind of makes sense. I wouldn't say I'm forever a Minuteman.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It kind of makes sense.
Exactly, bro.
It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. But I forever got love for UMass, man.
Well, to tell you from the other side, from a fan side, if you're a good player and you transfer, you're not. They're not considered part part of the club anymore.
They hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you were going somewhere, if you weren't good enough, or you didn't get enough playing time, everybody's like, "Oh well, yeah, go ahead.
We'll claim
Everything's
you.
good."
Yeah. Cameron Tyson's the guy that I think about when this is the conversation.
Yeah.
Cameron was he's a great guy, but he went somewhere where he could start and get minutes and shots.
Hey, y'all forget
Why are you
Cam
laughing?
hold the record for most threes in the game now. He forever a Coug now.
Yeah.
Cam came to the Final Four with us, man. Cam got a ring, and I think
when he
that's
was
a forever
when he
Coug.
said he's like number 1 and number 3 in most threes in a game. He had 2 games where he popped off.
I think Cam is a forever Coug now.
But that's another guy. I don't think he ever really got a fair shot.
Well, he's a guy that's considered a forever Coug. Now you bring up Tremont.
Yeah,
you got different opinions on that.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I still love the dude. The dude balled for us.
Anybody that doesn't love him is an idiot.
Hey, T-Mark is a
what he
forever
did for you.
Coug, man.
In my mind, absolutely.
2 game winners in that season. Hey, man. And he's from Texas. Come on, man. That's a forever Coug.
And
hey, man,
he bailed on Memphis.
His performance against Auburn in the NCAA tournament was just unfreaking real.
Yeah. Who do you guys think will perform like a first round pick during the tournament? I don't know.
Ooh.
I say personally, granted, love J1 to death, but do I think he'd be a first round pick? No, but I think he'll probably have the greatest success because all the things that he does well, he can do well on any given night and on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
You can command a double team. You got a high basketball IQ. You're able to finish well around the rim.
And think about it, he's not gonna have to really score.
But like, even if he, and that's the funny thing about with Juan is like, I heard the announcer saying this shit. It's like they're saying, well, he's usually a defensive guy. It's like, well, no, Juan get JoJo was a defensive guy. Juan get buckets. It's just more so like it depends on what the matchup may be or what the game may call for. He's not going to force the issue, but it's like I feel like I'm the most comfortable when we're running things through him because he has the most experience. He's the most poised, and
his IQ. His IQ
exactly.
off the chart.
So when you get a double team, you can you can generate so much offense without even having to score. And I don't think that's not something defensive guys do.
And I feel like he always get good looks.
Yeah.
It be him, like with his touch and everything, bro. Like he always generate a good look.
Yeah,
he'll short it himself or something like.
Bro,
so I think Terrence, man. I think TR's gonna come alive, man.
Yeah. I hope so.
That we gonna need him, bro.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna need everybody, but it's like with Big Juan, it's like he has a higher chance of being able to do what he does well against anybody on any stage because of it. You've been there, done that. You got the scars. You've been to war. You know what everything looks like. You've been to every single pinnacle besides a national championship game.
Right.
So
yeah.
Galen, can I tell you where you went wrong?
Lightning.
It's an ESPN Plus broadcast, right? So they just picked 2 dudes off the street to do the play-by-play. These guys have seen like 15 minutes of Houston. Now, if they've watched 15 minutes in the last 2 years, they know that Jawan can score. So I don't know what 15 minutes they saw, but I mean, I would discount.
I think we've been in
maybe
such
the ESPN Plus,
such a spotlight as an organization that nobody would sit here and call Emmanuel Sharp, oh, he's a great defender, even though he's our best perimeter defender, because the best thing he does is score. But it's like with Juan, Juan doesn't really get that same respect, even though he averages probably a point less than even. So it's kind of like it's kind of a weird,
But these folks, they're not used to one. They're not used to seeing defense, and 2, they're not used to seeing people who can defend and play offensively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, usually it's for a lot of the teams that they watch, it's rare that you can see a guy who can do both.
Mm-hmm.
Connection.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I really do think Juan. But I think if TRS is able to do what we all think he has the potential to do on that level of a stage, then not only is that gonna help our team achieve what we think we can achieve, but he will definitely be a draft pick because he passes all the eye tests, all the measurements, all the whatever, all the shit that these GMs find attractive. He that's a check for him. So I stand on what I said.
Juwan struggled against Broom. Okay.
Yeah, he struggled against the player of the
Okay,
year.
how about this? How many Brooms are there? Okay.
Yeah, that was just a bad game.
It's just like, bro,
It's a bad matchup.
It's like saying, okay, LJ Cryer struggled with DeJuan Harris. It's like, bro, sometimes it's just a bad game, and that it happens. It happens.
It for sure happens, man.
Yeah, it happens, bro. But am I banking on that outcome 10 times out of 10? Absolutely not. I'm expecting J1 to get his healthy share of wins if that match would happen 10 times for sure.
I don't think J1 is the same player that he was in November. I mean, I think he's a completely different player. I mean, it's really no different. He's really grown into a role in the exact same way that Jamal grew into his role last year. When he realized that he's going to have to put the team on his back, that's when he flourished. And J1 has done the exact same thing and has just taken off. I didn't know he had the offensive game that he has shown since he's been in conference, but he's been a completely different player.
He rises to the level of the competition. That's just what he does.
Yes. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Feed Arsenault so he doesn't hit the portal. I think.
Nowhere anyway.
Here's the thing. We don't need to feed Arsenault. When Arsenault gets the ball, go score. That's it.
Yeah, if they're telling you not to pass, then they are feeding you. Hey, when we pass it to you, you don't pass it. It needs to end with you and a shot attempt. He's getting fed. For sure.
And that's, it says a lot about the guys that we recruit, the guys that we have in the program, is that they're so unselfish. You have to kick them to get them to go score.
You got to make them, be selfish sometimes. Yeah. And that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. Sure.
Absolutely.
That's really a great thing to have.
I think I'd much rather have that than the opposite of a guy that you just have to pull off the ball and say, "Hey, man, can you just stop for just
please pass it, brother? Please, you're the other team's best player, son. Pass the fucking ball."
That's really big example over there, bro. That dude got all the quotes and everything really down.
What is it, G? Son, you know why you're always open?
So there's a reason you're always open.
Man, that dude got some
it's funny. I'll be saying them quotes over here, and they think it's the funniest shit.
No, it is, bro.
They think it's the funniest.
People never heard that. Like you soft as puppy shit in the rain.
Oh.
I said that to somebody, son. It was like, bro, what? I'm like, yeah, he said that so many times. Like,
bro. That dude is a wizard.
Yeah, he the hardest out.
Did y'all talk about Javier Francis?
No, I didn't get a chance to yet. But I was really impressed.
3 minutes and 47 seconds, and he picked up 4 fouls.
Yeah, but the thing is, he knocked out 3 fouls in 90 seconds, right?
Hey, man, he playing hard, man.
So 2 of those are bad whistles. I will say that.
Hey, I'm not coming down on the guy. I love him to death. But that was just, it was just funny. It was just hilarious to me. It's like,
I'm sitting there
damn,
like,
son,
damn.
you just got in and you got 2 fouls.
Hey, I'm
you got
blaming
2 fouls walking on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm blaming the altitude, man. He couldn't breathe, just step slow. So that's what we gonna put it on. That's what we gonna put it on this game. He good. He good. He get a pass this game. He good.
I have a concussion. Bro. I can't breathe. Yeah. Fuck all y'all. We're gonna foul some bitches. He picked up a foul at the scorer's table, I believe.
Hey, Ryan off the chain, bro.
All right. Galen's gone. We don't need him anymore. Deeky's our guy. Fuck Galen. I never liked him. I don't think he's talented. I don't see why anybody would tolerate his ass. It's all Deeky all the time from now on. Juwan is a different player in February than he was in November. Doubt the Auburn game would play out the same way now. Who knows? It was a bad matchup, and you're not going to have 20 of those brooms in the tournament. If you see one, it would probably be in the Final Four.
I got my money on Juan next time against him.
But also,
he good.
Yeah, but also when you seek to play a team of that pedigree that early, knowing what you lost and where you're trying to get to, it's like that game, those games that we lost early, they did what they were supposed to do. Now, if you win them, cool. Granted, we try to win every game, but it's like losing to Auburn, coming down to the last minute of whatever, there's no shame in that. So, I feel like those games serve their purpose, and they're the reason why we've been able to evolve into the team that we've become today.
And you get them early
fireworks out here. I don't know if y'all hear them, but I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is being celebrated. Like,
you get them early ones out the way. You go to practice, he kill you, and then you know.
Damn.
This is the randomest shit I've ever seen.
They're celebrating you.
You might be right. Shit, I take it.
Celebrating OG.
Man, that shit is
Godfather Day.
It would be cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Ryan. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Deeky, tell us about Lost Character. Why did you start this, and what are you doing with it?
Lost Character. Basically, so I started it from, just having hard times and striving through the struggle. Basically meaning, doing whatever you're doing, chasing your dreams. You go through trials and tribulations, and, you have times where you think about quitting and, thinking about going another route. So, Lost Character with a K. Basically for people that almost has lost themselves in the process of, trying to obtain their goals, and and you didn't give up. So that's basically what it is. And I plan on, making it to something as big as I can. But that's what started it. After tearing my ACL again, I've been wanting to start a clothing brand, but it kind of made more sense to do it now. I'm still striving, chasing my dreams, and going through little setbacks, it can cause you to kind of get in your head. So I plan on taking that as far as it can go, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love seeing it.
Appreciate you.
Hopefully it works out better than Galen's has worked out.
he throwing them shots at G.
He knows I love him.
Hey, what's the
Galen's
beef? What's the beef, G? You be at Ryan neck?
Yeah. Shit, not at all. But I do want to ask you, bro, like, how do you think that going to U of H and playing for Sam, how do you think that influenced your mindset and your ability to be able to handle that adversity?
Made it easy, bro. That's probably the best decision I could have ever made, going to Houston and playing under Coach Sampson. Him just getting you ready for the real world. Not just basketball, like all the challenges that life, gonna throw at you. Samp is like one of the ones that get you ready for that. Just with just telling you, life is not promised to, whatever you think should happen. And you're gonna go through things, but as long as you control what you can control, and yep, there you go, control what you control, bro. You're gonna be all right. So, that's what I just try to hang my hat on and just control the controllable, and the things I can't control, I try to not let it, just consume my brain. So,
Yeah.
Shout out to Samp, man.
Shout out to Samp.
Oh,
How about our
he said
boy?
not easy to find. It's lost character with a K.
Yeah, it's right there.
LOSTKARACTER.
If you spell it with a K, it's easy to find.
Yeah, it's gonna pop up. Yeah, we good.
If you spell it with a C, you're gonna find a lot of other stuff. Our boy Jamie went out. He's got the 5 screens set up in his man cave. He decided to go out to the garage, and we're in 130 inches. So this is over 10 feet. He's watching us. That's a lot of Galen.
That's tough.
That's pretty cool. Juwan ended up 9 of 11. He only had 3 rebounds until the very end of the game, but ended up 9 of 11. That's strong.
He hooping, bro. Left-handers are special.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, it don't matter what kind of player you is. Like, left-handers just a special type of player.
And I feel like J1, he's been around. He knows the ins and outs of the system. So whatever happens, he's always comfortable. And I feel like when you have a guy like that that's been a staple in your program for as long as J1 has and has done as much winning as he has, it's a great security blanket. Because like I said, I remember I think it was the Kansas game. Like I was just watching some clips and it just like it looked like everybody was panicking, and it's like one was like cheer, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like and that is so real. It's so reassuring to be able to have that on the floor when you're a coach, because when you see your captain of your team, he calm, everybody else feeds off, and it's just like it kind of settles everybody in. So I'm just super proud of J1 for his growth, the work he's put in. Man, he's truly evolved into like a reliable go-to option at any point of a game and even down the stretch.
For sure.
I mean, they're putting him the ball in his hand, knowing he's going to the free throw line, convinced that an okay free throw shooter is going to come through in the clutch. That says quite a bit.
Yeah.
Those Galen Letterman jackets and hoodies were fire.
Not facts.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, baby.
Shout out to Coach Sampson. What a program Houston has. Found it. Almost lost myself. Zip hoodie is strong.
Strong.
Big Scotty.
And then when y'all getting more 2X hoodies?
Yeah,
look, the focus is 5X right now. It's not 2X.
That's Slim Towns right there.
That's only for the 1-to-1 right there.
Yeah.
That's a normal tall person.
And that's like a Towns' woman kind of size. He don't focus on that. America loves Deeky. And obviously they do.
Hey, man, I love America, man. You hear me?
Oh!
America.
So, question: when you're coming on these road trips, we got a quick turnaround, real quick turnaround. What's it like? What's it like coming back from a long roadie like this? You got to turn around and get ready. Like in what? You got a day?
I mean, I feel like granted, it was an ugly win, but it was a win nonetheless. So, and it's definitely it's easier to kind of go into your next game, being able to learn from the win. So, but I mean, it definitely is a toll. Our preparations for games, our our attention to detail, how we play, and then we short turnaround, and we have a lot of guys that are kind of banged up. So it's just like those types of, let alone in this league, that's it's tough, man. It's tough. So, and then you're playing a school that one of your players used to play for, won a national championship for it. He's going to want to play great against them, and as a coach, you're going to want him to play good against that team as well. So it's just like there's a lot of things that are kind of in the air that you kind of want to happen, but it's like you gotta stay focused, keep the group together, and just give yourself the best chance to come out victorious.
Does it help having it be a kind of a regional rival like that?
I don't feel like it matters who it's against, because once you're on the other side, it don't matter where you're from. Granted, like it being in Texas, okay, yeah, but if this could have been a team from the University of Maine, we still coming to whip that ass. We got the same mentality. We still want to beat you. So
for sure,
yeah,
still going to shoot around the same.
Yeah, I don't think it matters who it's against. It's just the fact that one of our players played for them, and you want to see your players have success against their former teams.
Here's why this one sucks. Jamal Shedd is playing his first game in Houston tomorrow at noon.
Sheesh.
These guys should be there to see that. They're not going to be able to.
Probably going to start too.
Yeah. He started his first game this week, I believe. And I wish it was a different timetable so they could be there. I think it'd be cool. But with 48 hours, they're headed to the airport now. Fly home.
They fuck around, might go. For real.
They might can make it. Sam
probably
push.
What I'm saying. They fuck around, might go.
Sam probably will push something around for them.
Yeah.
Because Maul gonna play some heavy minutes. I think he might start 2 facts.
Yeah. They fucking around, Mike. Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely gonna be there.
That's
see
hard,
my boy.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
okay.
hard.
With 48 hours in between these games like this, you're not going to do heavy practicing, right? It's just you're going to be watching film, looking at matchups and things like that. It's almost like a tournament situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this time of the year, I feel like my bad, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
This time of the year, it's like if you're a bad team, if you're like I think we said this last show, if you're having practices in February like you had in November and December, it's hopeless. But we have a group of guys, we got a veteran group of guys and a group of guys who are used to winning. So when you have that luxury as a coach, a lot of when you have a quick turnaround like this, our guys know the importance of film, and they have a great attention to detail. So when you have that and you're able to learn through film and not necessarily be on the court, that is a huge advantage, because come tournament time, when you're playing in different gyms and different regions and whatever the case, you got limited court time, is a lot of your learning is done through film. So if that's what you're preparing for, why not get good at that type of format now, if that makes sense?
Yeah. Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of it over the next few weeks. And then have to play that stupid-ass conference tournament. I hate the conference tournament.
Yeah,
ain't it somewhere fall?
It's Kansas City, huh?
Was it Kansas City?
Yeah, it's Kansas City every year.
Oh,
yeah. So Ryan, did you hate the conference tournament when we were in the American, or is it?
Yes, always.
Always.
You don't build a team to play 4 days in a row, or 5 days in a row, 3 days in a row. That's just not how you build a team.
Yeah.
It's like this in college baseball, where you play. The way they play in postseason isn't like you play all season.
Yeah.
So I want to see who's the best at this. This is what we do. You play twice a week. You're not building a program for 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row. And so I've never liked it.
Value. Yeah.
Right. This program, the way they play, it's not built to play 3 days in a row. I mean, you saw what happened last year when they didn't really need it and still ended up a number 1 seed. And they got their asses whooped in that championship game. Iowa State needed it, they thought. U of H didn't, but
none of these big conferences are. I mean, it's too much of a grind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's way too much of a grind to put a team through, especially the upper tier ones, who are in regardless. It doesn't help. And then you're just getting ready to go in and fight for. Then you're going to go fight for just to see if you can survive. And what was it? Didn't Marcus twist his knee or hurt his groin in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
I think the conference tournament benefits Power 5 teams. All the good teams that are lower level, they have to go to that conference tournament. If they don't win, they get fucked out of a bid. I just think that's just another way for the committee to fuck over good lower level teams and give it to a mediocre Power 5 team.
I feel like if you already like a bid in a tournament, you shouldn't have to play that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But it's like them 8 and 9 seed Power 5s, that conference tournament was made for them. Made for them boys, man.
I think me and Galen figured it out last week.
No, you didn't.
Last game.
No, you didn't.
Just sit the top 4 seeds and let the rest of them play it out.
Just let them dog it out.
Yeah.
Everybody,
y'all can fight for the scraps, man. Y'all can fight for the size. Give us a fucking state.
Top 4 seeds. Just sit back in the stands and watch.
Yeah.
Conference tournaments are all about money for the conferences.
Like they don't make it.
Here's the problem: is that playing a 20-game schedule like the Big 12 is doing this year, and then having to go play 3 or 4 games in that tournament, you are costing teams wins in the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
So how many?
So do you lose money whenever you lose out on if you have 2 teams that could advance, but they just killed themselves in the conference tournament? How many credits do you lose?
This season.
How many credits are you costing yourself?
Yeah, and if it's all about championships, Final Fours, that's what I want my focus to be on. I get there's a lot of money to be made in Kansas City. I get that it's a cash cow, but it's not a bigger deal than the NCAA tournament. And if you're focused on the conference tournament to the detriment of what you could do in the NCAAs, it costs you. You can't blame conference tournaments for the last 2 years, for example. Marcus got hurt in the conference tournament, and then Jamal, who played basically 40 minutes for the last 10 regular season games, plus in the conference tournament, and then he gets hurt. Well, who knows?
You got J1. You got J1 with a broken hand, broken foot, broken everything.
Just lacerated the knee. He's getting knee drained all the time.
J1 had a broke braid. That boy braid needed some treatment. It was like, boy, whole body banged up, man.
He's over there getting surgery when he comes to the bench.
Oh, damn!
All right, we're gonna go a little different direction real quick. I received my Houston Strong hoodie yesterday. I love it, as I do many other shirts and hoodies I've ordered from Galen.
Appreciate you, Ms.
The quality of the shirts and the hoodies are excellent, not Temu stuff. I need a hat. This was my biggest takeaway. I've got 2 of those hoodies, and I think 2 or 3 of the shirts, is that the hoodies are legit quality. That satin hood, perfect. The shirts are good. I'm gaining weight, and they're not helping with that, but otherwise, they've been really pretty good.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. I'm just behind you.
Where you into that XL to that 2X?
Go and tell us about Star Pizza.
Yeah. Star Pizza.
You're gonna have to get familiar with that Caesar salad, big dog.
No, thank you.
Jesus.
I'd rather be fat than that. This is a great point. Colorado is winless in a Big 12, but they've been competitive. I'm going to tell you something. They did not play like an 0-11 team in this conference.
Is that their first? Is that their coach's first year? Like, what's their deal?
He's been there
He's
15
been
years.
forever. He's their most winnings coach.
Yeah, he has stacked tournaments
have they
upon
had
tournaments.
injuries?
It's a whole different roster than last year.
Yeah, I mean, they made a deep run last year. They get into the Elite Eight,
second or third round.
They did. They did.
They had a high turnover then. Huh? So.
Yeah, they lost their entire team.
So what do you do with a coach like that?
NIL, man.
What do you do? Do you stay faithful, or do you know what? That's the standard that you established.
That's a 15-year run, bro. They obviously.
Here's what's happening.
I think with him, you're in ride or die at this point.
Yeah, they messing with him.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean, especially. Go ahead.
He moved from the Pac-12 to the Big 12. That's a huge fucking jump.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't built for this, you know.
No.
And it was such a quick turnaround from the time they made the move, or from the time they made the decision to the time they made the move was like a year. So it's not like you could build a program for this.
Mm-hmm. Does that kind of validate Coach Sampson and his ability to adapt? You go from the American, which isn't deemed as a Power 5 by anybody. In fact, it's shitted on by the world. And you're able to go into a league like the Big 12 and win. And your Pac-12 is a Power 5 conference.
Hey, man, that just goes to your ability to recruit and coach.
The guy can coach, man. Granted, he and I, we didn't always. That motherfucker, he can coach.
And see, when it comes to recruiting, it goes to show it's not about just going and getting the best player. You got to go and get the best fit, and then create the best player.
Right.
I can't lie. I've played with a lot of dudes who are just super talented. And there's one on my team now. He goes to Memphis. Dude's name is Lester. Lester Quinones. A great player, played for the Warriors.
He's the one guy I thought that could play for us.
He could have, because he's kind of similar to Rob in a way, to where it's like you said, pass it. I don't give a fuck. Like nothing registers with him.
Yeah, I like Les.
And I'm like, bro, if you would, like, I'm gonna be thinking, like, bro, if Coach Sam would have been able to get his DNA, like,
yeah, I like
he would have been a completely different monster.
He was a dude who actually played defense for Memphis.
Played defense, and
you can see, but it's like the crazy thing about it is like we can talk about this off air, but
I don't know about them Stockton shorts, but
but it was like, man, if Coach Sam would have been able to coach you, brother,
you asked what it shows about Sampson that he was able to come to this conference and do this. I'm going to tell you right now, and no one is going to agree with me, but if he wins a Big 12 this year and does it back-to-back in his first 2 years, that's more impressive to me than the 2 Final Fours. Because anybody can get hot in the tournament, but to grind it out in 18 games last year and 20 games this year.
Yeah.
You were 5-3 at one point last year. When you lost to Kansas, you were 5-3, and now you've gone 21-1 since then. 20-1 since then.
Hey Ryan, I like that take, but I ain't agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
You know why I'm not though. You know why.
I know what you're trying to say, but I guarantee you, Seth, he'll take that Final Four. But I get what you're saying. Is like, the Final Four is only 4 games, and who knows who it could be against. It could be against fucking St. Peter's, and you got to, but was it 4 or 5 games against the Final Four?
It's 4 to get there, 2 to win.
4 to get there, okay.
6 to win the whole
over
thing.
the course of a consecutive Big 12 seasons.
It's crazy.
That is.
It's crazy. That's
crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I get what you're saying. I ain't agreeing.
Well, I mean, where we're at right now, as far as the standings go, it's going to take. I mean,
it's definitely more impressive, but
it's not going to be. We're not going to be able to lose, but I mean, you can't lose but more than one. I mean, if you lose one,
I disagree.
You're probably gonna fall out.
Sampson said on his radio show this week that he thinks the champion will still have 4 or 5 losses. I still think, let's say 3 to 4, but you're going to lose. The schedule, you're 10 or 11 or 12 games into it for everybody after today. I think it's 12. Everybody is going to falter, especially going these quick turnarounds. Some of the road trips.
Injuries.
I mean, Utah is at West Virginia right now. No one from those 2 states have ever been in the other states.
Well, if we're looking at guys falling around us, let's see who has who K-State has left, because right now they're the hottest team in the conference.
I've been telling you that.
Those
for
dudes
3
are on
weeks,
fire.
4 weeks.
They handled Kansas today.
U of H got lucky that they got them in the schedule when they did. They had to go to Kansas State early in the year before they got hot. Right after they lost to U of H is when they got hot.
They just lost Kansas, right?
Because they lost to us.
That's why they got. Usually, that's why you
a lot
get a
of
hangover.
shit wrong with teams. That's what we do. We expose folks. They got hot, and there was a lot to learn after that ass whooping. That ass whooping served its purpose for that program. Like, and that's what I'm saying is like the losses that we had early in the year against all the teams that served us. And it's just like not everybody has that benefit of losing early and being able to still have a strong group and be able to come back from that. Luckily, we do.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was always there, bro, like we never lost because we were scared to lose. Like practice was gonna be crazy. So that was our motivation. Real talk.
Last Sunday's practice.
It wasn't during the other teams. It was practice.
Bro, talking about. So, D, was that your scene? I think we had lost at Temple. That
was your senior year.
That was my senior year, dude. That was my first year.
So we had lost at Temple. We was the last undefeated team in the United States.
Bro, we ain't touch a ball, and we had to apologize to everybody.
We only touched medicine balls. He was like,
we went through a line and apologized to everybody on the staff.
Hey.
We was 18-1.
I forgot about that.
Something crazy like that, bro.
Hey, Coach Simpson, he was trying to make everybody quit.
I remember.
We got dudes in the trash can throwing up.
I'm telling you.
Oh, fuck.
It never was the other teams with us.
18-1. This is how we getting treated?
Hey, I'm going to say this one more time, G. It never was the other teams. It's how practice goes.
Yeah, bro.
So that was our motivation, bro. Like, we used to be in the game like, bro. Think about how practice
goes,
bro.
We had to apologize.
Bro, we had to apologize. Everybody.
That's what I want to get to. What do you mean you had to apologize? You had to go to the staff members and apologize to them?
In a line across the court. Everybody on the staff, from the managers to the coaches to the medical staff, they stood in a line. It was like 2 rows of line throughout the like the whole court or whatever, and we had to go to everybody one by one. Like, I'm sorry for wasting your time, or like, I'm sorry. Each person.
Sorry for not playing hard.
Sorry for not playing hard. Then everybody just went up in a line to the film room, and we watched the whole game.
Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You lost that game by 1 point, right?
We lost the game by 1 point on a game winner from Corey.
A game winner.
Cole hit that. They
yeah.
A game winner, and we ain't touching a ball. We did. What the things in the room?
Well, it was like the full court medicine ball drill.
Yeah, dang, it's a name for it. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah,
tip drill.
Yeah, tip drill.
Did tip drill for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes straight, and then I might be talking to myself. I'm sorry.
No.
We trauma bonding, bro. I forgot about the apologies,
that
bro.
That was it, bro. That's why I ain't want to lose no more. Yeah, so I don't know about now. I don't know if it's the other teams now. But when I was there,
You didn't want to lose.
Yeah, practice. Lord. Real talk.
That was good.
Yeah, no, that's one of my moments right there, bro.
You know when you just look in your teammates' eyes and you just see defeat. it was a whole lot of man. I'm about to act like I'm hurt. Going, it was a whole lot of that.
I looked at Monty and Breon.
Breon was there from the. Breon ain't stand a chance.
Chris Harris, Chris.
Oh man. Oh man.
That was a crazy day, fool.
That was a crazy day.
That was a crazy day, and from that point on, I don't think we ever lost 2 in a row. Like. It was like,
That was crazy.
That's kind of crazy, bro. That was the one. That was the one.
Wasn't had to apologize for losing. Like we ain't trying to go bust our ass and win.
Hey, like we just like it was like a bow down too. Like sorry when I played hard.
Oh man, that is crazy, bro.
Shout out Seth, man.
Love this. More nights like tonight. Crazy fun with Galen and Deeky.
Hey, man,
Didn't say you, Brad.
Hey,
didn't say me either.
Let the real guys talk.
Hey, for sure, man. I'll do this again, man.
I
love
this again.
This bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is how I vent. This is my outlet, man. My outlet for sure.
Y'all about to turn me into a whole podcaster.
That's right. That's the goal.
I think you'd love it. I think you'd be great at it.
That is amazing.
Here's a good question. What was the worst Kelvin post game? Probably early in Galen's days or at ECU during COVID. Is he a yeller after a loss or after a bad win?
Man, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get. You would think we had a great win, and he'll come in there not satisfied, and he'll go off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just he up in the air. Sam really a mystery.
Yeah, but it's like with Sam, it's like I feel like one thing he does, he has a great pulse for our team. So if we go out and have a big win, and he thinks that whoever we're facing next is a problem, then he'll create some adversity.
Shut it down.
Yeah,
exactly. Shut the fun down.
Like he's a great manager of the energy and what's going on.
Yeah, that was right. That was right there. You coming out, we happy. He'll come out and just shut it down. Like, we gotta get focused.
What is this, son? What the fuck, son? It's like, damn.
Yeah, thanks.
That shit was crazy.
Great story. Love my Cougs.
Hey, man, love you too, Daniel, bro. Love you too, Daniel, baby.
Man.
There you go. I think the game set Monday is at 8:00, which way too late for me. And then the game at Baylor 4 weeks from today, they moved it to 9:00.
Oh yeah,
which is going to be the latest a group of Baptists have stayed out on a Saturday night in quite some time. Couldn't imagine not being a Coug. There you go.
Me neither, man.
Galen, you got something more interesting going on, buddy? We're not interested.
We going to see Cat Williams, so it's so I got to make sure everything is in order. Big the OG, you got to, you know what I'm saying? So
the OG then left the OG in charge. No. Unc then left OG in charge.
Facts. Big bet.
Big Unc then left OG.
I got to make sure shit in order, Ryan.
So you're going to see like a concert, Cat Williams.
Stand-up comedy.
Like a comedy.
Yeah. First one. Okay.
Have you seen him before? I feel like we talked about him.
Never.
Okay.
No, I never seen him. Never seen any comedian in person. So.
What's the first time?
No, yeah.
That should be fire.
I bet.
Them dudes funny, son.
Yeah.
Them dudes really funny.
Yeah.
No filter in it.
No filter.
Yeah,
No filter.
they funny, man.
He go over there wrestling alligators and snakes. Fuck.
It's really that bad?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know
Goddamn,
how, bro.
son.
I don't, Ryan, why yours not doing that? You got headphones in too.
This
I
is
think
wireless.
it's something you're moving.
Oh, it's wireless. I'm still a string boy. I don't like the wireless ones.
All that money.
Yeah, I don't like the wireless ones, bro. I don't got no money, baby. I'm broke, baby. I'm broke, baby. See, I'm still wireless head. I'm still wired headphone, man.
You ain't never got to charge them. Them boys always ready to go.
These the ones.
That's why I don't recruit kids with 2-car garages.
Damn right.
Hollis, what car did you have in college, Hollis? You didn't have one? I took one car. I'm like an Alexis. You can't win with these guys. Softer than shit.
I know he be telling them some shit now. About
Oh my goodness. Well, you got your checks, but you can't leave out. Like, I know for sure. Oh man.
Them dudes don't stay in the loft no more. These dudes got condos now, twin. You ain't know that?
Yeah, it's different.
I mean, I could have lived my whole life not knowing it, brother, just to ease the pain.
Just to ease the pain. Knowing that you're just a few years.
I'm hating. I'm hating.
Hold up. They not in the lofts no more, bro.
And the lofts was nice.
They in condos, dude. With a concierge, dude. They got a real concierge. A real concierge. A real concierge, bro. Like they got it going on.
They didn't have a lot of concierge where you're from, Deke?
Nah.
No, okay. Just checking.
Nah, especially when I was there, man. We had to go sign in, and we had to sneak people in the bag because sometimes the sign in was, they don't gotta do none of that. They could just tell somebody to come through the garage. Come through the garage. That's lit, though, man. That's lit.
Yeah.
Man,
Imagine the money you could have with this.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah,
well, exactly. I'm talking to Galen. I'm not trying to be mean to you.
I was about to say,
Galen.
Y'all just missed it by a few years.
The things I would have did in college or had, y'all would have knew. Gee, you already know how I came. You would have knew.
It's like I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to tell you how much I made, but there will be some.
I would have told y'all.
You would have heard. You would have heard Deke pulling up. That's the B12 outside.
They would have knew.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Cuban links. BBS is on me blinging.
I would have came to practice with it on.
Oh. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Nah, that's good times, though, man. That's good times, man.
One of my favorite shows. Oh, I'm loving it. Y'all are a blast. This is a lot of fun. I'm sad I missed the first part. I thought I was going to go get something good from Kelvin. And it turns out LJ's going to play Monday. He's fine. So, waste of my time. But
you're a man, right?
Yeah. Just hearing him right after the game, whenever he sat down with the guys at the on the court side, it's like, okay, I feel better. I have to hear Kelvin talk, and then it's like, okay, I feel much better.
Perspective.
Exactly. It's easy to sit here and think, man, they should have done this. They should have done this. You should beat this team this way. And then if you keep doing this, then it's going to, carry over. But you get lost in your own thoughts and just forget that every game is different.
Yeah.
Take it and move on. And when he hammered home and said, we're 6-0 on the road. It's like, that's a good
6-0 on the road.
That don't happen in this conference.
Damn good.
It don't happen in this conference.
Except Tech is 5-0 right now on the road. If they win at Arizona, that's a pretty serious one. They're playing at Arizona. If transfer portal and NIL were there, would Galen or Deeky have been tempted to transfer and most likely for money, right? You're not transferring to play in a better program. Would it have tempted you?
Hey man, I can't speak on things I didn't get presented with. I don't know, man.
I feel like we would have gotten compensated fairly for our contribution.
Right.
So I don't think that there would have been a need to transfer. So
it would have been winning, and I felt like
winning and getting checks.
Yeah. I feel like the Houston community. What they call it now? What they call it? Little thing now? Running back.
Yeah.
The running back campaign.
I feel like the running back campaign would have did right by us, so I would have been all right.
Galen would have called it the Lexus it back. Cadillac for you.
Back.
Yeah.
City.
Running back campaign would have did it.
It wasn't great to start with, NIL here, but it's certainly gotten better. Next year, when the school is able to give that money, it's going to just take it to a whole new direction. But everybody can do that, right? So I just don't think you're at the disadvantage that U of H fans think they're going to be at. I mean, you've got a recruiting class that says people are about to get paid.
For sure.
And
people going to come out the woodworks and want to help now to keep this going. We ain't never had this like this. It says, 5 Slam Jam days?
Yep.
So, I mean, it's good. But, I want to tell y'all my time is up, man.
Okay.
I'm happy.
We appreciate
I got the came on the show and share some of my thoughts and, be with y'all on here. Hopefully I can come again and, share some love.
Absolutely.
Great
to have you on, man.
All right. Thank you, Deeky.
Thank you for the opportunity.
LostCharacter.shop.
Yeah, make sure y'all shop.
For sure.
Got a lot of things coming this month.
Nice.
There you go.
Appreciate you, G, bro. I'm holler at you.
All right, man.
Love.
All right.
Love. That was cool. Good guy. Good podcast type person. Appreciate that, Galen, making that happen.
Good life type person, man. Big is the type of dude. You just feel like the genuine who he is as a person. Like whenever you with him, like cool dude, man. Genuine spirit. Like everything he says,
call that?
He means. Huh?
South Louisiana.
Yeah.
Just good people.
Just good people, man. Good folk.
Yeah.
Good folk. For sure.
Love you, Deeky. Love you, Deeky. Thank you, Deeky. You guys are having a great night. Deke fit right in 100%. Very awesome. Really cool. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I am going to be the last person in this arena. Like, it is
hardest worker, Ryan Monso. Last one to
I don't know. I'm not.
man.
I'm going to go find some food. Did not have a great meal last night, but going to go have a
Star
great
Pizza
meal
up
tonight.
there?
I have not seen it. They've got something called Blackjack Pizza right across from me.
We don't speak of the ops.
Yeah.
We don't speak of the ops. So I ain't even hear what you just said.
There you go.
Don't speak on the ops.
Yeah.
Boulder.
Good people.
Well, I don't think they're ops. They're a little far away.
Hey, Ron, you know what's crazy? When you were doing the Star Pizza commercial, if you would have closed your eyes, I'm about to say close your ears. You would have closed your eyes and just listen. Whenever I said Star Pizza, sometimes when I was mocking you, they probably would have thought it was you. I was just like, damn, I kind of sound like Ron. I really do sound.
You sound a little wider, but
Star
yeah,
Pizza.
pretty much the same.
Star Pizza. The tone, the cadence.
True.
I figured you out, man. Star Pizza.
So they put down the side baskets.
That's
I just can't believe. And they
That's
have
where
a
they
great.
practice.
But no, they have a phenomenal practice facility. Phenomenal. We had to walk through the practice facility to get to the arena, and I mean it was legit. It's super nice.
It's just old timey, man. That's just the way it was.
Yeah, but I mean they
Probably got
whenever you
P-walls.
cranked them down. They have troughs. It It's it took me back to elementary school, really, because it was like, oh dear, that's different. Hadn't seen that in a while. The Superdome has it, so people will be experiencing that tomorrow at the Super Bowl, probably for the first time ever. But it was, I mean, they got legit urinal troughs. That's what it is. I had to take a photo. There was, nobody there when I went.
That is definitely old timey.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So.
Unbelievable. All that.
Deeky told me after the Final Four that Galen gave him the map to get there. That's pretty cool.
Shout out Deek, man. Shout out Deek.
I think it's an amazing thing that you guys have created. It that everybody takes pride and responsibility of buying into the culture and passing it down and walking guys through and giving them the keys and teaching them how things are done here. Because, it's a little bit different than a lot of different places, and that it's special and unique.
Yeah. And it's like also, I remember Deek's first year, like to kind of get him to see the standard that we expect, especially on the defensive end of the ball. I remember they were showing my defense. We were all watching as a team. Like it was a couple of defensive clips that I had. And Deek was like, damn. And I'm sitting in my head like, your ass gonna have to do it too, brother. You ain't about to be exempt from this. But it's like, I think like watching it and then having to go against it and then him watching, like we were able to teach each other so much. And, a lot of the stuff that I had to experience, I feel like I was able to kind of tell him to kind of help aid whenever it was going to happen to him, so it wouldn't be such an off, So it's kind of like just that cheat sheet that I felt like, me to Deek to Jamal, that I felt like if Milos would have got it, he would have been so much further along. And there's a lot of things that he's kind of having to experience just from trial and error. And though I do think that's kind of unfair to him in terms of what our supporters have grown to, I guess what they've grown to expect. But I mean, he's still on his way. So I believe in the kid, man. I believe in it. But I appreciate them kind words from Deek. I appreciate that.
Star Pizza. Get you some Star Pizza. It's what, 7:15? You can get
still
Star
plenty
Pizza
of time.
Tonight. Plenty of time to get it delivered. Set up your order for tomorrow for the big game. Pasta. So if you're gonna order for the game and you're gonna order a couple pizzas, you need to get pasta too, because there's always gonna be some asshole like Brad who's gonna need pasta in addition. You're also probably gonna have to order the desserts. Get you some of them cupcakes. What are the ones you like, Brad?
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet. That's the one.
The brownies are phenomenal. Every one of their cakes are phenomenal. I mean, trust the 5X.
Trust the 5X. Probably should go in all of their marketing materials. Trust the 5X. Gotta love the school and this program. It's a blessing to witness GoCoogs. I think, Galen, y'all do a great job of passing that culture from one person to another. There's that accountability between players. But there's also an accountability. These coaches have to go recruit the right guys. They have to go evaluate. You may not always get the 5-star guys, but you're going to get guys that fit in. There have been so few over these 11 years that have not fit in.
Yeah.
And it's these guys have gone and found the right ones and have weeded out the ones that didn't fit. And I think that's such a big part of what y'all are able to do. Obviously, the players have to do it on the floor, and the accountability y'all have built to each other is incredible.
Yeah.
But it had to start from day one.
I think that that we, our teams are always kind of close-knit groups. So I honestly think that, when you're dealing with guys who may be of a certain caliber of talent, you can recruit the wrong guy.
Yes.
Because when your culture is this strong and the group is that tight knit, like you don't want to be the guy that's the outlier. So it's like the influence of that strong culture being there, it can change anybody because the standard is never going to change. So it's either you're going to rise to it or you're going to feel embarrassed that you're not able to. And usually kids who are talented and got game and there's a certain type of expectation, you're going to choose to rise to that standard because you're going to have a certain level of pride about yourself. So granted, I'm not saying that means go out and recruit every head case. It's like, no, but if you can, I think the culture here and the influence is so strong that you can turn a head case into a good player, if that makes sense. Due to what's around.
Makes all this. Look at you right there. A head case into a good player.
Well, it's like what Kellen has told us in the past. Eventually they're going to break you. They're going to be here longer than you will.
They're going to break you.
And when you do, when you do, that's when you become the player that you're supposed to be.
I remember, I'll never forget this. I just remember we was at SMU. Coach Sampson had Rob in his ears. He said, son, I could lose with you. I could sure as hell lose without you. And that night before shooting around that Coach Kellen, what was the word? 3 syllables. He closes it. He yell it. He cover his ear. Surrender! And then just like whenever you surrender, the door is open for you. But the more you fight it off and the more you try to hope, it's gonna be hell for you, man. It's gonna be hell. It's easier to buy in than to do the opposite, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Surrender.
Proud to say I'm a U of H alum. Always have been, always will be. Go Cougs. Looking forward to a packed loud FC on Monday. Get there early and support the team. Gary says Monday night 5:45 dinner at Star Pizza. 7 o'clock arrive for the 8 p.m. start. That's a good plan. Deeky could have been a head case, but he bought into the culture.
No, he was definitely fighting it for sure, but it was just like I'm saying, when you're surrounded with, I wasn't gonna let Deek not surrender to the culture. It's like we all thought highly of him and what he could bring to our team, and it's just the sooner they got on board, the sooner we'd be able to win the way we want to win. And it just, fast forward a couple years later, he's a starting point guard on the Final Four team. So, like, the culture is so strong. It's like let's say you have a strong magnet, and it's just like trying to fight the magnet. It's like shit. It's easier just to get attached to it, So it's just like that was Deek.
Mm-hmm.
But Deek, his heart was always in the right place. It was just mentally he just needed to get to a certain place, but his heart was always in the right place.
Yep.
Another elite show, guys. Never disappoint. Thank you, Mac Smith.
Because you did, Mac.
All right, let's wrap this up with some final thoughts so that I can get out of here before they lock the doors on me. Galen, what you got, buddy?
Shit. Pretty or ugly, the goal is to win. If you're able to win in this league, especially winning on the road, regardless of who it's against, take it however it happens. So on to the next one. Got a big game against Baylor at the crib coming up. So fireworks.
You hear okay there, buddy?
I was itching. My head was itching.
Brad was lit back.
Hey, winning on the road. Take it any way you can get it. Get on the plane, get home, get as much rest as you can, and then it's going to be a dogfight on Monday. Come ready to defend home court and find that edge from the start and hold on to it. It's not about, has nothing to do with Baylor. It has everything to do with us. And our guys go out and play the way they can. W's take care of themselves.
You're 11-1 in this conference. You're 6-0 on the road. It did not look great for a while. You started this game out on fire and then struggled a little scoring drought. But it turns out that winners know what to do when it gets time. And Juwan Roberts continues to just be impressive. And, he's making a case for Big 12 Player of the Year. He's not won Big 12 Player of the Week, but he's making a case that he's in that conversation. And you may not have liked how it's looked since Kansas. Hasn't always been pretty. Not at West Virginia. You lose Tech. Oklahoma State, not pretty. Tonight, not pretty. But wins are wins are wins. That win-loss column only has place for two numbers. It doesn't have a place for an explanation to tell you what happened. It's just wins and losses. It's binary. So, you keep piling those up, things are going to take care of themselves. This was not a difficult environment, but I think the elevation played a little factor. I think their tired played a little factor. Besides playing at BYU last year, most of these guys haven't played in this sort of environment. I don't guess they'll play in it the rest of the year. They'll go to the two Arizona schools. They'll go to Lubbock. They'll go to Baylor. So, it's fine. Everything's working out. Things are moving in the right direction. Monday, I think, is a bigger game than just one game. This is a very quality program that has had up and downs this year. I think you gotta win that game. Stay in that collision course with Arizona. If Arizona wins tonight, I think College Game Day's in Tucson Saturday. I don't know if it's been decided, but I think that's where it should be. It just makes all the sense in the world that the two teams leading this conference would be there. They went to Iowa State today, and they were playing on ESPN Plus with, 4 losses in the conference? 5? So maybe they could go to where the leaders are. Maybe. Sure. So that's our show. When we click out of here, you're going to see the Star Pizza ad again, just because I worked on it for a long damn time, and you're going to see it twice. But we appreciate all of you so much today for joining us, and for joining us for everything we do. No show tomorrow night. Probably going to watch the Super Bowl. I'm going to get on a plane, fly home, and go right to practice. So pretty happy about that. And then we'll do this again Monday night. So thank you all so much for watching. GoCoogs.com, OneSubstantial.com, LostCharacter.shop, CougCans.com with the K. Gotta have the K. There you go. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Let's talk about Star Pizza.
Star Pizza. Star Pizza. Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza. Star Pizza.
It is where you need to go.
Is this backwards, or is it? Can y'all see it right?
No, it looks great.
Hey,
you spelled it correct and everything.
You good?
Star Pizza.
Star fucking Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Yeah.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza. Star Pizza.
No, that's Star Pizza, buddy.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Absolutely.
Star
Ryan,
Pizza.
go ahead.
Star Pizza.
Houston. Go ahead, Ryan.
Love Star Pizza. Take your ass.
Take your ass
Take your ass to Star Pizza.
I did yesterday.
I'm sure Town.
Star Pizza is always there for you.
You know what? You know what we haven't done is talk about Star Pizza.
Star Pizza.
Brad, you look like you're wanting to say something. But before you do, Star Pizza.
And I'm going to eat Star Pizza tomorrow.